My shawty pulling up with a real bad, bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Tupac tag on. I got it in the bag, man.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
It was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Wiggles free. Buying time to his left. He finds an opening past the 40, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And they'll go on the ground. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. On third down, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go play action here on first down. Going deep for... That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jerron Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Cousins now on second down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to it.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing, Cousins. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Cousins. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And here comes the Texans now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. And right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Back to throw, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
You see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Handoff comes to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Watson now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return stops just just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and helped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now running right through it. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Left side caught by Diggs. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in...
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 1st touchdown of the year. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st down, Watson quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Again, it's Watson. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Target.
Watson looks to throw again. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. 2nd quarter in Cleveland, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Suckup will put this one right through. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to run now. And
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
11 more on that one and another first down. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On second down, here's Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Cousins now on second down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw, Cousins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag
Pass
down.
interference.
Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He'll get it up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
Let's just give credit where it belongs. The defensive front has out-leveraged the offensive guys trying to block them. We often say low man wins in tough situations. That's exactly what's happened here. 3 straight runs, and they haven't been able to get into the end zone.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he'll find the right side complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Cousins now. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
First down. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Second down, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. And on the ground they go with the running back. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Watson now on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Watson now to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now they try the right side here, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. So that one, a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Cousins. Steps away to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right, with this deficit, this stage of the game. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and they can't bring him down. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Given free on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, it's Alexander. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Cousins to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll throw again. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Cousins now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Cousins again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air again, it's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Cousins looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Fights through, and now a crease. Still fighting for more. Still on his feet. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it.